All right, that is our men's 5,000 meter run. It is underway as these runners will embark on 12 and a half laps for this distance event. And it is actually our second to last running event of the day for the men, as they just have a 4x400 meter relay left at this meet. Same for the women, who will have their 5,000 meter run next. So here they come around the home stretch for the first time. That first 200 in about 31 seconds or so. Take a look at our field here for this men's 5,000 meter run. Wearing number 1 is Baldvin Magnuson from Eastern Michigan. Number 2 is Josh Hill from Eastern Michigan. Charles Harbers wears number 3 from Miami. Chris Devaney wears number 4 from Eastern Michigan. Liam Hilbert is 5 from Buffalo. Ryan Busby is 6 from the Buffalo Bulls. So is number 7, Benjamin Cardamone, also from Buffalo. Joe Farley from Kent State wears number 8. Andre Bolam-Godbot, number 9 from Akron. Alex Stamper from Kent State is number 10. Anthony Camerari from Miami is number 11. And Maliki Bronson from Miami is number 12. As they make their way to the home stretch, we'll have 11 laps remaining when they come around this time. A couple of Eastern Michigan Eagles atop the pack here in this men's 5,000 meter final.
As they come down the front stretch, it's a couple of Eastern Michigan Eagles near the front.
Looks like we have Chris Devaney leading the race right now, with Baldvin Magnuson right behind him. Red Hawk in third, couple of Buffalo Bulls in fourth and fifth, another Red Hawk in sixth, as they all kind of trail around that front pack there, all in one clump, all the runners in this race, all 12 of them in this men's 5,000 meter final. As we come up on the 2-minute mark of this race so far, looking at a pace of a winner of about 13:45, 13:50, and maybe the lower 14 minutes, as some of our top qualifying times in this race are in the high 13-minute range. As Eastern Michigan throwing up their couple of Eagles there toward the top. Team scores of the men. Eastern Michigan could use some finish here, some good finishes to kind of make up some ground in the standings. They're in third in the men's part at 19 of 21 events scored at 119 points. Miami at 143 is second, and Akron is in first at 150.50. As you still have the leader is Eastern Michigan's Chris Devaney here, wearing number 4 for this men's 5,000 meter run. And Baldvin Magnuson continues to follow him in second for the Eagles. That's a Red Hawk there in third place. Looks like that's Anthony Camari in 11th, wearing number 11 in third place, as Josh Hill from Eastern Michigan passes him to take third. So you got all 3 leaders in this race, Eastern Michigan Eagles. As they come up on the 200 meter starting line, 3:23 in. So up the home stretch they come. They got 9 laps remaining when they pass the finish line this time around. And again, the trio of Eastern Michigan Eagles leading this race, with Chris Devaney in front of all of them. Magnuson is in second place. And you got Josh Hill in third. Red Hawks' Anthony Camari is in fourth place right now in this race. He's got another teammate behind him. And then the Buffalo Bulls kind of in the middle of the pack there. Looks like that Miami teammate is Charles Harders. That is behind Camari in fifth place, as they're up the back stretch.
Still Eastern Michigan 1, 2, and 3 as they start.
So it continues to be that trio of Eastern Michigan Eagles, 1, 2, and 3. 8 laps remain after this time around. Devaney still your leader. His qualifying time 13:59 coming into this race. Magnuson behind him. Josh Hill in third. Redhawks have Kamari still in fourth place and Harders in fifth. Buffalo runner in sixth is Benjamin Cardamone.
As they get to the end of the backstretch, they will pass the 2K mark.
So this is the 2K mark as they reach the
Miami now starting to
200-meter starting line. Now the Redhawks trying to close their way up here on these three Eagles that have led the race pretty much to this point so far.
kilometers. 5:40.
5:40 the split at 2 kilometers. As you have Miami's Kamari trying to make his move there on the outside, along with his teammate Harders following next to him. And again, the Redhawks have 3 runners right there up toward the front behind these 2 Eastern Michigan Eagles that trail. Is the leader in this race
It's still a battle
for
at the front.
Eastern Michigan.
Michigan and Miami. The Eagles 1-2. Miami
Is now getting to the finish line with the split there at 6:14. Again, going back to that point, Redhawks could really use some leverage here in the standings as they trail Akron by 7.5 points for the 1-2, with only two events left to score here at this point in the meet for the men. So the Redhawks can maybe make some noise here in this distance event. It could really help them out in the overall team standings as Akron in first place in the men at 150.5, and Miami in second at 143 total points. Eagles are still 1-2. 2 Redhawks are behind them, and then a Buffalo Bull is there in fifth as they round the home stretch.
It's still a pair of Eagles leading the pack as they head
Looks
down
like you
the
got Baldwin Magnuson leading this race. Teammate Chris Devaney right behind him. It's been those two at 1-2 basically the entire race.
and Redhawks in the top 4 spots.
Couple of Redhawks there in third and fourth remain
And Buffalo now
in the top 4 of the standings. You got a Buffalo Bull now in fifth and Benjamin Cardamone.
Magnuson now in the lead for Eastern
6 laps left in this 5,000 meter final for the men. It is the warmest it has been all day long here at the Ryder track on the campus of Miami University in Oxford. And of course, temperatures now here in the lower 60s as it's just been a beautiful day for this meet. Rain has stayed away. Sun has been out for pretty much all day. And we've just enjoyed getting lucky with the beautiful weather here for this critical day 2 of the MAC Championship. And we'll have a champion crowned on both the men's and women's side by the time we are over with this meet tonight. Baldwin Magnuson continues in first place for Eastern Michigan.
the start-finish line.
Devaney still in second for the Eagles.
There'll be 5 laps to go.
Red Hawk in third, Buffalo in fourth. Another Miami Red Hawk in fifth.
1-2, Miami 3, Buffalo 4, Miami 5, Buffalo 6. First K 248, second K 252. The third K was in at 250.
Third kilometer, they say, was in at 2 minutes and 51 seconds. As that is Miami's Anthony Kamari there in third place, trying to close his way in on the second place man and Chris Devaney of Eastern Michigan. And that Buffalo runner in Cardamone has been kind of quiet to this point in the race, kind of hanging back in that 5-6 spot, is starting to push toward the front as well. As we reach just past the 9-minute mark here in this men's 5,000 meter final, runners will have 5 laps remaining once they get to the finish line this time around again, as they have about 100 meters to go until the finish line. Leader now is Chris Devaney of Eastern Michigan. He passed Magnuson, his teammate. That clump of 4 continues to lead the pack here in the men's 5,000 meter final, and the Red Hawk up here in Kamari might try to take a stamp here at the lead as he's on the outside running alongside
Spots, Miami and Buffalo there as
Chris
well.
Devaney.
Buffalo and Miami just off the pace.
Magnuson in that front pack as well. You got Cardamone for Buffalo trailing behind everybody up front too. As Devaney continues to lead, they're up the back straightaway. You got Kamari in second in the red uniform of Miami. Magnuson in third for the Eagles of Eastern Michigan. Cardamone there for Buffalo, and now Liam Hilbert has also joined the party for the Bulls. That pack of 5 now leads the race at the 10:20 mark. And again, our pace here is going to be high 13 minutes, low 14 minutes for this 5,000 meter run for the men in the final. The Redhawks want to have a chance at the team competition. Got to do well in this race. Really need to have 2 runners in the top 6. Would be ideal for Miami as they continue to push their way here up toward the finish line. Still leading it is Devaney. You have Kamari in second for the Redhawks, and up in that pack for the Eagles as well. And the yellow and green is Magnuson. He's in third. And then the Buffalo Bulls and Cardamone and Hilbert are in fourth and fifth, respectively. Eagles trying to make up some ground in the standings too, and now we got a new leader, Liam Hilbert, as he made his way up there toward the front of the race.
Now Buffalo takes the lead. It's Buffalo 1-2.
Buffalo is 1-2 now as Hilbert up the back stretch with Cardamone. Bulls really taking advantage here in the later stages of this 5,000 meter run, as you got Kamari trailing them in third place from Miami. And the Eastern Michigan dominance in this race has subsided here, as we'll have 3 laps remaining when they cross over this next time. Liam Hilbert, who won the 10,000 meter yesterday, is in first. Cardamone is in second. Kamari in third, trying to make his way into second now as they're up the home stretch. 12 minutes on the clock. With now 2 to go, I beg your pardon, they just changed it. 2 to go and 800 is left. And both those Eastern Michigan Eagles that were leading the race early on, you got one of them there kind of trailing in fourth, trying to keep up with the pack, and then the next runners are 2 Eastern Michigan Eagles that are a good 20 meters behind those top 4 you see on your screen there. Hilbert still leads. Kamari could really do some damage for the Redhawks in the standings if he could pull ahead of him. It will be a good finish. 12:40 is on the clock. 600 meters remain here in this men's 5,000 meter final.
As they cross down the straightaway for the second to last time, it's Buffalo in first. Miami hanging on second.
Buffalo remaining in first, and Liam Hilbert. You got Kamari still there on the outside in second for Miami. A lap remains in the men's 5,000 meter final, as the point totals become even more critical as the runners hit their sprint, with 2 events left to score in the men, and this is one of them. Hilbert continues to hold. Kamari trying to make his way up. Redhawks still trailing the total points by 7.5 to Akron, and now it's a 2-man race as Kamari and Magnuson battle it out 1 and 2. That's Magnuson up front for Eastern Michigan. Kamari trails behind him at second, and it's Magnuson sprinting it out, extending his lead as they hit the home stretch. Men's 5,000 meter final, as everybody flocks to the finish line. Clock reaches 14 minutes. It is Baldwin Magnuson that's going to hold on and win this race. Right behind him is Kamari of Miami. You're going to have Cardamone finish third, Hilbert in fourth for Buffalo. Magnuson's time to win it, 14:09.5. Kamari in second at 14:12.12. Cardamone in third for Buffalo at 14:13.78. Liam Hilbert in fourth for the Bulls at 14:14.62. As you watch other runners finish, Josh Hill fifth place for Eastern Michigan at 14:28.87. Chris Devaney came in sixth for the Eagles at 14:32.25. Joe Farley finished seventh for Kent State at 14:33.76. Maliki Bronson came in eighth for the Red Hawks.